Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Noob versus Ample. Here on Escalade, bottom left it is Noob, bottom right it is Ample. Alright man, so Ample is an excellent Terran player, Noob is an excellent Protoss player. We're on Escalade here today, which is kind of an unknown map, I feel like. We have a middle ground here with 2 Vespene geysers and a lot of minerals, and it's very hard to hold. Woof, and very, very large main here. Lots of space for activities. We've got a natural, we've got minerals helping you wall off your natural. We've got a third base here, and everything else is mirrored. Okay? Alright, so this replay was sent to me by RJB of RJB TV fame. Check him out at RJB TV, RJB StarCraft on YouTube, if you want more StarCraft, okay? Alright. And again, the Terry Overlord shirt, the Overlord shirt, I'm sorry, Terry, is available at falconpaladin.store. There's a link up here for you to click. Check it out. I like the design. Just check it out. You don't have to buy it, but I like the design, and maybe you will too. Yes. Boom. Alright, man. So, Terran soundtrack. I do like this track. I don't know, it just takes me back, man. It takes me back to when I was 16, 17, StarCraft had just come out. This just made it feel like the Terran campaign was epic. And this was kind of a mysterious part of the track, like what's going to happen next? Will you be attacked? Will you have to defend your homeland from the evil Zerg? You know, it's just timeless, is what it is. And I love it, and you love it, and the Brood War soundtrack is just one of the greatest of all time. It is. It's up on the list. There are so many good video game soundtracks, though, right? I mean, music composers in general. Movies have a lot of great soundtracks. TV shows have a lot of great soundtracks. People that compose music and do it well are just wizards. Cybercore coming in. Let's see if we get a factory before expanding here for Ample, or if he goes for the bunker defense against the incoming Dragoons, which are coming. Ooh, look at Steve the SCV scout out. And again, if the response to this Terry the Overlord shirt is awesome, we might consider doing a Steve the SCV shirt, right? Or like a Bob the Zealot shirt. That'd be super cool too. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when it comes to the future of the falconpaladin.store. Ah, he is expanding, which means he needs a bunker. Because his gas, yeah, I should have checked his gas. Gas not taken yet, so definitely going to be a Winrax expand play here from Ample. You guys had a lot of fun last week with the Ample versus Motive game. Like a lot of wordplay in the comments because Ample Motive is actually English and it makes sense. I guess Ample Noob doesn't quite make as much sense, but I'm sure someone's going to come up with some kind of a pun there anyway. Righto, righto. Probe scouting in is like, finally, I find the stupid Terran after going all over the place, and I can't even get in for a scout because there's a Marine here, but did see the bunker coming up. Saying, okay, so preparing for the Dragoon stuff. How far along is the command center? Don't know. Didn't get close enough to see the command center, but I'd really love to, says the probe. Yeah, so 100 gas up. Time for a factory, and here it is. Wonderful. Doing a bit of a Maynard transfer. Oh, there we go. A few more than I thought. 5. Coming on down to the natural base to saturate it more quickly. Noob says, well, I don't have a second base yet. That's not good. I need to out-expand my Terran opponent. What is going on here? Well, you're just getting out-macroed right now. It's okay. You've got some time to make up for it. This is a huge map. A lot of places to expand. You'll be fine. Why is this Dragoon coming all the way home? I guess maybe to prepare for an incoming SCV scout. Like, you really don't want the SCV to scout what you're doing? Man, that was actually pretty bad stutter step micro. He missed a shot. He missed another shot there too. And he missed another shot. Okay, so this is, I mean, he probably wasn't stopping this SCV from getting in here anyway, but check it out. He scouts the robotics facility, which, I mean, that could be for like DT drops, but also it could just be for observers because you're worried about spider mines. That doesn't tell us a whole lot. This is a fairly standard opener in PvT. So SCV gets a perfect full scout off here, sees the robo, says, all right, we could be going into, like, I don't know, Dragoon drops. That's something we've seen too, but DT drops are more popular in this matchup, especially when there's a large main, right? You can, right here, look at that dark area. You just unload DTs in there. Ample's none the wiser. This is why he's building some of his stuff up here, so he has vision on drops and recalls that coming later because that's probably going to happen to him today. Second factory, machine shop doing nothing. Nothing. And finally starts siege mode. All right, cool. And a starport coming in pretty quickly here, too. Maybe he's going to go for his own drops. That'd be pretty sweet. Only one Dragoon on the pressure. Another one coming in. But, I mean, we're not going heavy with Dragoon pressure here. Doesn't quite have the gateways to go super heavy on Dragoon pressure at all. Observatory coming in. He is worried about spider mines, despite, you know, the fact that spider mines are not being researched. But they will. But they will. Yeah, 2 SCVs on the repair. We all know how that works. Hit that like button if you're excited for what's going to happen in this game. Don't know. I feel like Protoss has been doing pretty well in PvT recently on the channel. So we'll see if Ample can pull this off. He is, again, an excellent Terran player. And the PvTs that I've cast of his that he's lost, he definitely hasn't just been rolled over. He's definitely given a good defense up. And some offense, too. Definitely killed a bunch of bases, even in the games that he's lost. It's vulture speed instead of spider mines. Okay, again, you can do whatever you want here. Third base coming in from Noob because he does want to out-expand and out-macro the Terran player. He got started on that a little bit late, so 6 minutes in is when it's time for that third base up along the left side at about the 9 o'clock position. Oh, yeah. What's going on in the world today? Well, my daughter's been watching a lot of regular show on Hulu, I think. Anyway, that's where it is. And I don't know. I love her a lot. She's got the kind of weird sense of humor that I've got, and her brothers do too. So it's good to know that we're all a family. But yeah, she loves regular show. She likes the lore behind it. She likes it that there's continuity in the show and like things change and stay changed, right? Unlike a lot of other cartoons that there's really nothing that, you know, something changes and it just reverts back to normal at the start of the next episode, right? Yeah, all right, this is cool. So we're going to drop you first, sucker. We're going to set up a siege tank, deny all mining at the main base for, like, I don't know, a long time. Spider mine connects on that. Dragoon. Siege tank has to unsiege to deal with this Dragoon. It takes several hits before it can unsiege. That unsiege animation is not... Oh, actually does die. Are you kidding? Dragoon dead. Dragoon dead? Wow. More vultures unloading here in this mineral line. And one of the vultures dies, I think. Ooh, that was nice micro. 2 probes, and look at them. They sniped off a spider mine too. Awesome stuff. Couple errant shots attacking his own cyber core there was Noob, but I think otherwise that was pretty good. He lost a lot of mining time. He lost a couple Dragoons, but overall, I think he's okay. I'm not super worried about him. I don't think that was game-altering, game-losing type stuff, but guess who's back with more of the drops? More spider mines inside your house. How do you like them apples? Bam! Probe down. Bam! Pull back to the spider mine so the Dragoons can't chase you quickly and then pick up and get out of there. Oh, yeah. Super, super spy stuff here from Ample. He's like, I'm tired of getting dropped by Protoss. I want to drop them. And then he did. He's throwing up 1,000,000 factories. I think he made a Wraith, too. I don't know where it is. Here it is. Hello, Wraith awaiting launch orders. Ooh, okay, Templar Archives. Probably is going to be for Arbiters here. Could be for Storm, though, too. Storm drops against Terran are pretty excellent. Storm against Mech is also pretty good. 2 Storms to kill pretty much everything in a Mech army, but still. Bruising it up for further attacks from Zealots and Dragoons is also fine. 72 to 81 total supply here. Ample is up. He's got a bigger army, but a smaller economy. Plus, he's got 2 bases. He's a tiny bit oversaturated here with all of 52 SCVs on 2 bases. Probably should be going for a 3rd base here sooner rather than later. And Templar Archives leading into 1,000,000 gateways. So not getting Storm. Got a Stargate, though. This has to be for an Arbiter Tribunal. Arbiters. Arbiter. But just not getting them yet. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that from Noob, though. We'll see what he's up to. Siege tank count looking good. Did lose a couple tanks on that drop action inside the main base of Noob. So didn't actually have to trade out here. Noob didn't. He just waited for Ample to come to him, and the same thing happened. Lost some probes in the process, too. So I think Ample, I mean, he probably prefers that. At least he can manage to kill a couple probes while he's trading out tanks for Dragoons. It is Storm. This is the Storm the Psionic. We're also getting Zealot legs because of course we are. It's a PvT because of course we are. It's any matchup. You don't skip Zealot legs in anything you're playing. PvP, PvT, PvZ. Don't do it. Zealot Legs, one of the greatest upgrades in the game. It's like Ling Speed. Greatest upgrades in the game. Never skip it. No matter what you're doing. Even if you think you're not making a ton of Lings, you get Ling Speed anyway, just in case. Oh, scanned the obs almost. Wraith got some hits off. Couldn't quite wipe it out, though. We're back. More vultures in the house. Laying down spider mines, harassing, killing another probe here at the natural base. Look at this guy go. Look at him target fire, too. He's not just willy-nilly firing here. He's targeting individual probes. He got like 3 probe kills there. That's pretty good stuff. Probes heading up top left, probably getting another base of his own, while the third base is under construction by Ample over here at the 3 o'clock position. So Spider Mine's hanging out inside Noob's base, but they're on the edge. It don't really matter all that much, I guess. And some pressure here from Ample, trying to get up a situation where a Noob does not want to engage into. Arbiter Tribunal is coming in. Told ya, we'll get there eventually. We'll get there. Charon boost on the way here to EMP, getting researched. We know how this works. It's going to come down to things like Stasis, which we are far away from. And things like Storm, which is done. But there are no High Templar in this army. Pretty good concave here from Noob. It's like, come on, come deeper, and I'll surround you on all 3 sides. Do it. Not doing it. Okay, so kind of a stalemate here. This is the neutral zone. The demilitarized zone right here, if you will. The neutral zone is from Star Trek, and the demilitarized zone, I think, is from South Korea and North Korea. I believe that's what they call it. But yeah, nobody go in there, or you're declaring war on the enemy. I think the neutral zone was like the Romulans and the Federation. There was a neutral zone between those two. DT goes in there, gets a couple swipes off, but then gets obliterated by a scan. Where are the science vessels? There's one in the production tab. We're working on it, okay? Also, how many swipes to kill an observer? More than that. Oh, but there's a science vessel here now. Okay, so ob's down. Noob is a little bit blind here. Spider mines. Yeah, friendly spider mine attack, killing a siege tank. That sucks. That's pretty bad times for Ample, but he can live with it. He's got a lot of tanks where those ones came from. Don't worry about it. This is a good place to put tanks, because you could fire on these gateways from over here, which is why these Dragoons are scouting this area. They're like, is this going to be a problem for me? Quick, send up zealots. Shut this down. Vulture count, is it high enough to handle this many speed lots? The answer is, I don't know. +1 attack on the gateway units. The mech units have +1 attack too. Good storm going down. Defensive matrix is up on something that I think died. Another beautiful storm. And, oh, those tanks were slow to siege up. Also, some zealots remaining, and Ample's going to lose this entire army. That does not bode well for Ample here at all. He just got an entire tank line wiped out, even though he had vulture support there. Artosis's rage can be felt coming from Canada right now. I can feel it in my bones through the internet. So Noob's trying to take a 4th base down here at about the 630. Makes sense. He's on 3 base to 3 base, which is not, it's not good. It's not good for him to be on 3 base to 3 base against somebody as good as Ample is, but I don't know. That last engagement was great. He completely reset the tank count here for Ample. Ample's tank count is what, 4? That's not good. That is bad. Okay, 5, 6. He's producing 2 tanks and 4 vultures at a time, because you can't just make siege tanks. You also got to have vultures. Got to replace those. The vulture count got wiped out. Spider mines laid in the middle of the map, hilariously. You know, just in case Noob thought about expanding there, or I guess traversing through there. Clearing out spider mines, it's like mowing the lawn. Just maintenance, it's upkeep on the map. You gotta do it. It's fine. Recall getting researched. I assume stasis came through when I wasn't paying attention to the production tab. Probably see some stasis later. Not that he really needed it in that last engagement, did he? Not so much. Yeah, a little narrow ramp leading up to this 3rd base. Pretty easy to defend. Supply depot is going to help with that, too. Yeah, sharking around up here is Noob. He's working on that +2 attack for his gateway units. That's a scan. Scans the main, scans the natural, sees this army coming in. Missile turret providing beautiful detection against these cloaked units with the Arbiter. Arbiter parks on some high ground, takes an EMP to the face. So no stasis available, even if there was any stasis to have. So siege tanks, oh, there is stasis. Never mind. Got the science vessel. That's a pretty good stasis. No detection capabilities for you for a while, good sir. And Noob's like, I can't get up this ramp. It's too much of a narrow choke. Really don't like that stuff at all. Good stuff. Good stuff, though. Good poke. You know, didn't lose a whole ton there, and that's okay. Stasis gonna wear off any second now. Come on. Wum, 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 wum. It is not wearing off any second now. Stasis is forever. Ding. Done. Ding, done, ding, done. +2 attack done on the mech. Noob says something. He wanted a pause, I guess. Yeah, we're back. +2 attack for the gateway units. So both players upgrading quite nicely across the board here. Vehicle plating coming in. That's going to finish up. The Protoss is not working on ground armor, gateway armor for his stuff either. Or, he's not doing it. Top left space from Noob. So he's doing a good job expanding here. He's getting some scans out. Sees the armies in the middle of the map. Sees engaging. Siege up the tanks. He's coming for us. And he does. Stasis catches 3 of the unsieged siege tanks. The other sieged up siege tanks are hanging out, having a pretty good time, honestly. Yeah, catches a retreating Dragoon there, too. I don't know. I just find myself rooting for Terran because they've had such a hard time against Protoss on the channel recently. RJB's found me some really great games, but they're not super happy to Terrans, generally. So I'm rooting for a Terran outcome here because TVP, I don't know. I main Zerg. I don't have any particular love for either of these races, but when it comes down to patterns, I'm cheering for Ample here. Keep thinking there's a drop here, but it's just a couple spider mines, because again, the size of spider mines on the minimap is the same size as an actual unit, like a siege tank. They'll never change it, but man, I wish they dropped to a little bit smaller for spider mines, because it makes observing weird when there's a bunch of spider mines out on the map. Looks exactly like an army. It just does. More Goliaths. How many do we got? 3? 4. 4 is okay if we're just looking at some Arbiter support here. If it turns into, like, you know, 3 to 4 Arbiters, that can get tough. It starts getting carriers. Then obviously we want more of the aforementioned Goliaths too. Obviously, lots of those. So splitting the map in half does not help Noob here. If that's what he's trying to do, I recommend against that. But he's got... This is actually only a 3-basing Ample right now. Noob's doing a good job. He's got, like, 2 extra bases on him. Pretty good so far. Beautiful storms going down on them siege tanks. That's what we like to see from Protossville is... Ooh, good storms. High Templar pays for it, though, taking an arc-like shot cannon shot to the face. Balrog. Bar. I don't even know. Good ob snipe. Both players meeting on the high ground like 2 elementary school kids meeting on at the flagpole. Once again, an EMP off. Gets a 2 stasis. Ooh, double stasis for the price of 1 there on those science vessels. Beautiful stasis from Noob. Both players maxed out. Noob has a bit more of a bank than Ample does, which makes sense because, again, he's got the better income. He's doing a really great job not letting these tanks kill any bases. I don't know what these Zealots are trying to do, but they just kind of walked into Vulture Town and had a bad time of it. Scans the high ground, sieges up. Ooh, I don't know about engaging here, though. Yeah, you got these tank... Oh, good stasis, though. All right, well, that whittles down the tank count. Gorgeous storm there as well. But taking too much tank fire, the splash damage is killer. 2 Dragoons die at the exact same time there, thanks to the power of the siege tank. Vultures harassing. Ooh, they find a group of zealots they could just obliterate, or they just wander up here to where the Dragoons are instead. An odd choice here from Ample, I would say. But this high ground position can actually threaten this 630 base and the main base. No wonder Noob's been defending it so hard. But I think Ample's just got free reign to set up tanks here, and Noob's like, that's not good. That is, in fact, negative for me. That's why he was trying to keep this from happening for so long. Yeah, just 2 siege tanks. Start firing away on this Nexus. That's cool. We don't have to really support them with anything. Ah! Where are the vultures? There's one. It's gone. These Goliaths are dying to Zealots too. Zealots getting some serious work done. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Science Vessel snipe too. That's not good. Ample's being a little bit careless here today, I feel like. Why are these Dragoons not wandering up trying to save this? At least give it a shot, man. Dunno. Top left base from Noob. Looking pretty healthy here. And again, this is a map with some pretty decent high ground tank spots. I am realizing a little bit late on my analysis of the map this is tough for Protoss. Yeah, coming up a ramp to this many sieged tanks. You gotta scan, though. Good stasis. There you go. Scans, but the Zealot count is enough. The Vulture's jumping, trying to save their tank buddies. A little bit too late on that. This Nexus dies without Noob really defending it at all. I am shocked by that. It's a 6-kill siege tank, 8-kill siege tank, getting some free hits off on retreating probes. 54 probes for Noob. And he loses an entire base. It doesn't have another one to replace it at all. This is nuts. 165 to 138 supply, though, for Noob. He's up. Chasing the Terran away. Reinforcing units coming in from that bottom right side. Oh, look who took the center. Holy crap! Ample, gutsy stuff here. And he's drawing... Oh my gosh, his army's just getting obliterated as he tries to retreat with it. Siege tanks are trying to save the day, and they should be able to here. No more reinforcements seem to be very close for Noob. Missile turret going to kill an Arbiter, which is always a little bit hilarious. Goliath killing an Arbiter is less hilarious, very normal. In fact, and this base lives. A handful of Dragoons try to harass it from the top side, from the north. But Ample's kind of trying to flip the script here. He's trying to be like, okay, I just killed one of your bases. I took the middle during all of that chaos. And what are you going to do? You're going to expand here? Seems smart. You're going to retake the 630? That'd be pretty good too. But Noob doesn't actually have the cash to expand anymore. This is crazy what Ample is doing. I like it. I like it. It's gutsy. It takes some cojones. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Ample. Like, okay, I'm going to out economy the Protoss. How do you like them apples? Again, so many high ground spots. So many high ground perching spots. These probes just coming back to work. What's up, guys? Yeah, all your friends died here and your Nexus got murdered, but let's come back to work here anyway. Seems dangerous. Noob setting up for a big attack coming in from the north side here, from the top side into the center. He knows how dangerous it is that Ample is holding this. Arbiter pulls back, storming some of the SCVs here too. Great stasis again, but Noob pulling back, consolidating his forces. He's only got a couple Zealots in there, so not super hot. Spider Mines being laid up here would be super good too, but I think Noob's done a good job clearing out Spider Mines as soon as they get laid for the most part. With the exception of these two. Anyway, coming in from the left side, from the top side is Noob, trying to get a bit of a flank here off on Ample. Siege tanks taking storms to the face, trying to take as many Dragoons with them as terribly possible here. I don't know, is this setter just going to get overrun? Noob is trying. Oh my gosh, tank count going down. Vultures sneaking in. They're firing on Dragoons. Kill the High Templar, kill the Zealots. Let the siege tanks handle the Dragoons. And actually, Ample holds it. Yo! Sick hold there. Reinforcements coming in a little bit earlier than Noob was able to get his reinforcing group of Zealots in. So nicely done. Ample's macro has been pretty fantastic today. Both pairs are about even in overall supply, 105 to 107. Noob's got a bigger economy, more probes, but again, oversaturating here. A lot of probes bouncing around on these bases that he's got. He's effectively got 2 mining bases here. Not great. He is retaining the 630. He is now expanded to the natural top left spawn location, which is fantastic. I do like that from him. And just a logical thing to do anyway. Like, we're not gonna freak out about that. Do you want to maybe take some EMPs and use them on High Templar at this stage of the game? I know Arbiters are probably the better target, but EMPing a group of High Templar would really save you a lot of pain in future engagements, Ample. I'd rather be Stasis than Storm, possibly, but again, I'm not Ample. I am not Ample at my professional level of Terran at all. I am bad with Terrans, so maybe I'm making some bad choices here. 133 to 133 supply, not where the Protoss wants to be at this stage of the game. He doesn't want to have equal value in army. He wants to have a bigger army, and he wants to have a bank over what Ample's rolling with, and he doesn't really have either of those things. So, Noob in trouble. But having the space is nice. Having the 1130, the 6... Ooh. Some siege tanks and Goliaths killed the attempt to retake the 630. Yeah, I guess he was here killing probes anyway. Might as well head down and wipe out a Nexus while we're in the neighborhood. Upgrades are pretty hot. 3-2 for that mech. Pretty traditional for this stage of the game to be at 3-2. 3-1 here from Noob. On the armor, no shield upgrades here yet. No further upgrades in the production tab either. Interesting. So not relying upon the power of upgrades here. Intriguingly, this has got to be a recall. I'm feeling recall here. Nice little observer scout, too. I like that a lot. Where's this clump? This clump here, you guys going to get recalled? EMP it! Okay, caught it. Yeah, too late. Recall happens anyway. Artosis Rage again. Coming through the screen at you. Okay, this is pretty good stuff. Man, that EMP sure looked like it was in time, but the animation for recall is so slow that it definitely was not. Got some siege tank just popping out of factories here. There we go. Should be able to defend this pretty effectively. It's a bit of a spread out attack here from Noob. Doesn't accomplish a lot. Going after supply depots, I like that choice quite a bit. Trying to supply block our guy Ample, and they do. 159 out of 160 available, plus more supply depots are going to die. So that's going to be a further... maybe getting them to burning? Oh, yeah, that one might burn down. I don't know. I don't actually know. This Zealot group, they're just like, you don't have any... You have one Vulture. You have one Vulture? That's not enough. Actually, turns out that it was enough. Okay, great. Expanding here at the 12 o'clock, 12:30 is Noob. He's really trying to ramp up that economy while Ample is distracted and supply blocked down here in the bottom right. Spawn. Ample scans. Sees this base exists. Center base being held really is fantastic for him. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't taken this geyser, but he's got about 800 gas in the bank, so that hasn't been his concern anyway. Ooh, walking in, catching a bit of storm there at the end of that spell. Or those Dragoons. Little overeager to chase those Vultures is what it might have been. Got to reposition the siege tanks to cover this right side now, because that's where Noob's coming in from. It's simultaneously an attack on the right side of the center and defending this new 1230 base that Noob is trying to warp in. Once again, storm on the minerals, killing... Okay. 3 SCVs go down. All right. Good in there, trying to snipe High Templar with the Vultures. I guess if you don't want to EMP the High Templar, just snipe them with Vultures. They do pretty good in that situation for sure. This is nuts. This is a pretty solid, even game right now. Although Ample needs to start killing more bases. I like that he's got Spider Mines on this high ground, so an attempt to expand down here will be scouted by him, but this base from Noob was pretty daring. Noob takes it. Ample might want to consider moving up there and trying to kill it at least. Maybe going after this one too. This might be a game-winning base kill. This one dying and this one dying, and I think Ample just straight up is your winner here. He's expanding to the top right here, which is really bad for Noob. More scans coming in all the time. These spider mines in the main. Still there. Still ready if anybody wants to walk over them. They'll be sure to pop out of the ground and try to murder them. As they do. Dragoons clearing up the spider mines that I was so proud of earlier. So, alright, well, knew that was probably going to happen. Ample's just like, I don't know. I think I'm okay with the economy that I have right now. Let's roll with that. And to that I say, killing Protoss bases is how you beat a Protoss, man. That said, I don't know. Economically, I think he's in an okay spot. Center's kind of getting mined out, but he's got this, and he's got access to the top right spawn too pretty easily. He's going to be able to defend it fairly effectively here, and I guess Noob taking this topside base does give him an extra base, but it's only one extra base. Yeah, this is enough for Noob. Can he just sit here? He's taking a 630, which is that's gonna put him one base up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases, assuming this top right comes in. Yeah, so it'll be 7 to 6, which is okay. That is a base up for Noob, but I don't know. Is a base up ample? Ample to defeat somebody as good as Ample is. Beautiful Storm. Storm dodging with Goliaths is always clunky. Sometimes you don't dodge at all, and the Storm takes you down to 13 HP or straight up kills you. Yeah, he's threatening this base. He just needs to move up. Like, this much. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Why are you going south? It's not a lot of distance to cover. Sure, there's a group of Dragoons attacking that. Why are you sending everything down here? I guess because Noob's army is heading down this way too. Maybe he needs to defend the 630 with his life. Never mind, Ample says, screw it. Let's go up here and kill this base if it's not going to be amply defended. Adequately defended. There's your thesaurus. Busting out vocabulary words here. Yeah, this is a giant group of supply for the army here, but Spider Mines on the ground, Siege Tank's going to be on the high ground. Again, this map is nothing but Siege Tank high ground nightmares. It is. I'm just saying, ooh, Zealot's getting cloak up here because Ample's worried about the defense on the other side. Zealot's cruising up this ramp into the main base too. Dude, Ample's in trouble. Ample thought he was going to be able to wipe out this base, but instead, Noob's able to come up with some cloaked Zealots and wipe out most of these siege tanks, but you really only need one to wipe out a Nexus. Is this going to be another tight hold from Ample? It is. Zealots don't get into the main base. Units popping out of these factories, saving the day. Defender's advantage kicking in again. He's expanding top right through all of this, and every one of these tanks dies. Holy crap. Dude, these Zealots, man, putting in some work. Defensive Matrix Siege Tank survives splash damage from his friend because of Defensive Matrix. Is that inside the minimum attack range for both tanks? That was pretty smart. Dude, sick play by Noob. Wow, did he... Oh, is this a recall? And it's a recall, and... Dude, there are some spider bites here. You gotta watch out for those, but spider bites do get cleared out. Reinforcing units running up for their lives to save this base. They know if this thing falls without any defense... Ooh, good stasis. The top right base is in trouble, too. This game might as well get an epic tag. This has been absolutely solid back and forth play for both players here. Noob's up 140 to 108 supply. Command Center looks like it's in trouble, but the repair from Ample is pretty clutch, and he does save it nevertheless. Dragoons heading up to the top right. There's a new Command Center here we can kill with our particle disruptors. Wait, is that what it's called? I always forget what this attack is. It doesn't make any sense. Phase disruptor. Yeah. And the Dragoon dies with 3 kills. Pretty happy. Pretty happy life. Probably got some kills as a Zealot, too, before he was transported into a body there. So, into a Dragoon body, particularly. Okay, so after the dust settles, I think Ample still has a better economy available than Noob does. This is a brand new, fresh group of minerals he's mining from. This is older now. This is old. This is older. I think Ample's going to have income for longer than Noob is. Are we going to mine this map out? We're at, what, 33 minutes? Noob's up 168 to 113 supply, though. This is not where you want to be if you're a Terran. Ample, no, come on. You can do it. I'm rooting for Terran here today. Do the thing. The science vessel, EMP, go, now. EMP, get it. EMP it. Got it. Okay. Was that just bait? He attacked the science vessel. There's no way he was planning on recalling with that Arbiter, right? That was sloppy if that's what it was. See, this guy. This guy's the one. This guy is the recaller. And he does a recall on top of the tanks on the high ground here. Beautiful position from those guys. Zealot's getting all up in the business of that top right-hand base. Noob's got some storm to spare. Coming in. Can he break this? If he could break this, Ample's dead, but he's got to pull back. That's 4 dead Dragoons. Zealots, man. Just so hard to kill. He's trying to drag Spider Mines into those SCVs. That was a sick attempt by Noob for sure, but Ample holds on. Ample holds this top left position here. Are you running from an Arbiter? You're a Goliath. He's like, missile turret needs that kill. Missile turret needs the support emotionally. I don't even know. Scan up again. Sees this base happily mining, not all that defended. Yeah, Ample killing this would be a massive boon to him. He's down 30 supply. Not exactly where you want to be, but again, the siege tanks are such good force multipliers that it can kind of work out. He just lost a science vessel to a cannon. That cannot happen. Oh, man. Okay, well, he lost the science vessel. The center here is going to die, but that's a depleted refinery, and that's about 2,000 gas in that refinery. Ample's not as concerned about losing the center, I don't think. He is bringing some units down to counter defend it, though. Or at least defend this attack vector coming over to the right side of the map, right? Because he's going to kill this base. I don't know. I don't think this is going to come down to the map is mined out. But it could. If everyone's patient enough, this could work out. Nexus down at the 1230 for Noob. Not as many recalls as I thought we'd see today. There've been like 3 or 4. But in a 35-minute PvT, I just feel like more recalls. More recalls are expected, I suppose. All right, Noob says, got to replace the 1230. Need that in the long run, but maybe I can just end it here. This top right dies. Oh my gosh, there's not even a science vessel here. Oh, there is. Is that bait again? You just sat there and didn't even recall. Maybe it didn't recall. Maybe he pressed the button and it didn't go. Maybe Protoss players have the same problems Artosis does, where press button thing doesn't happen and then you rage. That really feels like Noob came in there to recall, and maybe he didn't have enough energy. That's a sloppy thing too, though. Noob, the problem here for Ample is that Noob has enough army to sit here and threaten and attack down to the south. I'm not sure that Ample has the wherewithal and the army value to defend what we're dealing with here. He just walked that tank through a storm the whole way. That was not great. Vulture siege takes. Okay, coming down to try to save it, hoping he has enough to defend against an onslaught of Noob if he comes this way, and I don't think he does. Noob could probably set an attack on this space and kill it, while so much of the army is down here dealing with the attack down to the bottom right. Again, the natural dying, not a big deal. Losing all this production would suck for Ample, though. He's not a Protoss. He hasn't set up additional factories at this top right base as a summer home. No, sir. 189 to 138 supply. Noob is up. He's retaken. Doing a good job retaking bases that have died today. This 1230 and the 630 have had rough goes of it. Finally, Noob says, now we're going to make our move, which seems weird, but okay. Defensive matrix on a siege tank that dies in about a second anyway. Good stasis on a group of tanks down south. And like I said, this is just enough army to crush through, kill this base, and probably get up here and kill the top right base too. I don't know, man. Where's the anti-air? Where are the Goliaths against these Arbiters? SCVs getting stormed bad. Storming the tanks on the high ground. That 6-kill High Templar. Good stuff. That dude's got 4. Science vessel sniped by Dragoons, but a decent response here from Ample. He's got enough anti-air to chase away Arbiters anyway. That's good. Seems like a positive thing. Sniping a High Templar there is good too, and nobody got up into this top right. So I don't know. Ample's down 154 to 84 supply. It's not good here at 38 minutes. It's incredibly bad, actually. Mined out, top left, Noob. Kind of mining out at that natural location for the top left spawn is Noob. He's got more money in the bank. He's got 150 supply to 92 for Ample. 3-3 upgrades on his mech across the board here. The Protoss is at 3-2 upgrades. Did get that second shield upgrade squeaked in there eventually, but the production tab telling us the story. Noob's making 6 Dragoons and 5 Zealots at a time. Ample can produce a science vessel right now. And a command center, I guess. Sure. Vultures. Okay, wow. Where did these guys even come from? They came from getting wiped out by Zealots is what happened. Go save the siege tanks with your Vultures. Ugh. Oh, he got the Nexus, though. Okay. Ample. Feeling good about that one. Feeling good in the hood. Again, this base isn't super healthy. There are like 300 minerals left on each of these patches. Maybe 4. Not a lot. That is going to die soon. And then Noob says, I've tried to kill your main base 4 times already. Maybe we just pull it off this time. And Ample says, I have one siege tank on the high ground. Is that going to work? And then Ample says, how about I kill your 1232? How's that sound? And Noob's like, it's cool. That's totally fine. I still have a mining base. And, he's going to lift off his factories because this is the production. This is, dude, 174 to 76 supply. It's too much. A lot of that is probes, which doesn't really help in direct engagements, but quick, land the command center down to the top right. Turtle in there. You're going to lose your entire main base. Float the factories. They can't kill them all before they escape the main. Possible Noob re-expanding to the 630 for like the 4th time today. Would be pretty cool of him. Starport dying would suck. I guess as long as he has a factory, he can rebuild another starport. He just doesn't have the cash for that sort of thing. Yeah, and he's starting to float some bank here because all of his production is floating. He is turtling up hard in this top right-hand corner. Can he hold it for long enough to possibly win this game? He's not actually supply blocked, which is bad. He lost all of it. Okay, he is now. He lost all of his supply depots. Everything in his main base is gone. This is something we see when Protoss lose their main base into PvT. A Terran losing their entire main base is a rare spectacle indeed. We're going to see the flight of the factories here today. 176 to 74 supply. No, I don't think Ample has enough. He's trying. He's believing. He's putting it together as well as he can. He's throwing up supply depots to give himself supply and to wall off against incoming Dragoon attacks. Recall. Nope. Stasis instead. All right. Noob says, I don't care if you're walled in there. I'm coming in. I just have more stuff than you do. I think that was an EMP toss down. Not on these Dragoons on the back line, though. That's for sure. More Arbiters coming in here. I don't know if this is the right choice for Noob, but he just has... Oh, great stasis there, too. Yeah, okay. Maybe if he had the... Ooh. Maybe if he had any tanks at the natural base, that'd be good for him. He doesn't. They're all stasis. This base is toast. 149 to 40 total supply. And our dude Ample just goes down. The stasises. The recalls today. All of it fantastic. Ample's trying to fight with SCVs as well as he can. These guys are going to come out of stasis in the face of overwhelming Dragoon numbers here. 134 to 35 total supply. Another recall sneaking up into the main. Possibly just wandering into missile turret range. Arbiter, buddy. Okay, tanks come out of stasis. Get immediately focused down. Dead, dead, dead. Some Dragoons die. They don't care. Their numbers are enough. Yeah. 116 to 28 supply. We're done. That's it. Ample's got some cash to produce some more vultures here. He's spider mining his ramp. He's defending this corner as hard as he can. He's scanning around, which usually means he's trying to see, you know, what's going on before he GG's out. And he's like, there's no income here. And that's it. That's the GG. Ample goes down. I got to talk to RJB about sending me some Terran wins in TVP. Holy smokes. So well done there by Noob. Ample took the middle, mined the entire middle out in this game and lost anyway. Just sick plays from Noob all the way around. Stasises were sick. Recalls were very good. Macro across the board was great. He lost bases several times, just casually replaced him when he had the time to. No big deal. Out expanding the Terran player to winning most of the engagements with disgusting psionic storms. Just across the board, having a great time, catching a few tanks unprotected by vultures a few times. Like, just every little thing that he did here added up to an absolutely fantastic win for him. I don't know if I want to epic tag it just because it's 122 to 33 supply at the end there. Usually, epic games kind of have lower supply totals at the end of the match. But yeah, Terran's just kind of struggling. Struggling here, aren't they? Woof. But GG, man. Noob earned it. He played very well. I don't want to take anything away from him by being like, yeah, but it's a lot of Protoss wins recently. That's not his fault. That was awesome. So well played, Noob. 397,000 points for Noob, 356,000 for Ample. Outproducing the Protoss and outkilling the Protoss too. Look at that. Structures raised, 73 by Noob. That's wiping out an entire main base of the Terran is what that is. And then outspending Ample 104,000 resources to 80. So like 19.4 thousand resources in 43 minutes. That math's going to work out. That math is going to be fine. Oh, man. That was something for sure. Well done indeed. I mean, that was truly, truly excellent play there from Noob. Ample fighting hard, dude. A 43-minute game. He's got to feel pretty good about it. But at the end of the day, it's a loss. So you can't feel that good about it, right? Can't do it. But nicely done, Ample. Good EMPs, right? EMPs where he had two defensive matrices were sick, too. He just Noob just never allowed himself to get drawn into a huge battle against siege tanks. Not a lot, anyway. A couple times he kind of lingered in range of tanks and lost a couple Dragoons he shouldn't have, but it wasn't too bad. All right. Good. GG. Well done. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.